Hello, Emmanuel Anglican Church family. Father Noah Lawson here. Today is the 9th day of our Jesse tree. I have a couple of passages from sacred scripture to share with us. The first reading is from Exodus chapter 12, verses 21 through 27. Then Moses summoned all the elders of Israel and said to them, "Go at once and select the animals for your families and slaughter the Passover lamb. Take a bunch of hyssop. Dip it into the blood in the basin and put some of the blood on the top and on the sides of the doorframe. None of you shall go out of the door of your house until morning. When the Lord goes through the land to strike down the Egyptians, he will see the blood on the top and sides of the doorframe and will pass over that doorway, and he will not permit the destroyer to enter your house and strike you down. Obey these instructions as a lasting ordinance for you and your descendants when you enter the land that the Lord will give you, as he promised. Observe this ceremony. And when your children ask you, 'What does this ceremony mean to you?' then tell them, 'It is the Passover sacrifice to the Lord, who passed over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt and spared our homes when he struck down the Egyptians.' Then the people bowed down and worshipped." A reading from the Gospel of Matthew, the 26th chapter, the 26th verse through the 28th verse. While they were eating, Jesus took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to his disciples, saying, "Take and eat. This is my body." Then he took a cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins." A reading from Hebrews, the 9th chapter, the 22nd verse. In fact, the law requires that nearly everything be cleansed with blood, and without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness. A reading from 1 Peter, the 1st chapter, verses 18 through 19. You know that it was not with perishable things, such as silver or gold, that you were redeemed from the empty way of life handed down to you from your ancestors, but with the precious blood of Christ, a lamb without blemish or defect. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. God's people set the Passover table to remember how God rescued them in Egypt. The blood of a spotless lamb made death pass over them. Jesus shared the Passover meal with his disciples before shedding his blood to cover the sins of the world. The cup symbol reminds us that Jesus is the perfect Passover lamb. A blessed Advent to you this day.